So I want you to think about, how do you reward and acknowledge different people and recognize people for their contribution to what your company's trying to achieve. Kia ora, hi, I am Craig Johns, high performance leadership expert, the CEO and managing partner of Speakers Institute Corporate, and the founder of Gravity of Leadership. On today's episode of the Gravity of Leadership series, we're talking about the third part of creating an ecosystem versus an ecosystem. And so the first day we spoke around what is an ecosystem versus that ecosystem. Yesterday we spoke about collaboration, and today we're speaking around the whole is greater than the sum. So it's important as a leader that we create a space where people realize that when we stack each individual people's talent or skills or a part in creating something, that whole, whatever your addition or what your part, your role you play in creating something or being a part of a team is really, really important. If we think about, I remember if we talked about the President of the United States went to NASA and he spoke to the janitor, what do you do? And he said he helps put people, helps put a man in space on the moon. And so he realized that by his role as a janitor, he needed to keep the space clean. He needed to create a space, an environment for other people to thrive. That was his, it was his contribution to making sure that they could actually put a man on the moon. So I want you to think about, how do you reward and acknowledge different people and recognize people for their contribution to what your company's trying to achieve or your team's trying to achieve, or the development of a product or a service, or actually being there for a client and solving one of their problems. So what is each person's contribution, and getting them to understand how that helps the greater whole of what is trying to be achieved there. So remember, it's important to create a gravitational pull, not a gravitational push as a leader. What is your gravity of leadership today? Ka kite anō. I will see you next time.